In the past, Chinese society was full of discrimination against homosexuality, thinking that it was a disease that might be subjected to compulsory electric shock treatment after being discovered. Therefore, many homosexuals dared not disclose their sexual orientation. With the development of the times, the advancement of science and technology, and the increasing openness of mind, people's attitude towards homosexuality has changed from initial rejection and contempt to understanding and acceptance. The number of homosexuals in China has reached 70 million, of which the number of gay men is more than 45 million, and the number of lesbians is about 25 million, which means that they account for at least 5% of the total population. The proportion is showing an upward trend every year. More people open their homosexual identity, which can at least reflect people's traditional ideas, have changed. Many gays have their own social accounts. Many cities in China have parks and bars where gays gather. They will openly make friends on these occasions. In recent years, the social status of homosexuals in China has gradually improved, but the survival situation of this special group is still very difficult, and they still suffer from serious social discrimination. At present, China has not yet recognized the legality of gay marriage. Due to various reasons, the outside world has a lot of speculation and incomprehension of homosexuals, which has added to the psychological burden and inner conflicts of homosexuals, seriously affecting their normal life and mental health. Walking awkwardly, speaking coquettishly, and behaving in a sissy manner. This seems to be an inherent image of homosexuals imprinted in the minds of the general public. Therefore, most people still think that homosexuals are perverts and heterogeneous. The relationship between AIDS and homosexuality is getting closer and closer. In China, most of the new AIDS infections each year are homosexuals. The homosexual group has become a high-risk group of AIDS infection. AIDS is spreading rapidly among gay men. Gay men become a high-risk group for AIDS transmission. This has deepened people's discrimination against the gay community. For a long time, homosexuals on the margins of society mostly lived in fear and guilt. Experts have conducted surveys on well-educated, relatively young and active gay men living in large and medium-sized cities. The results show that the mental health of gay people is very worrying. Because of discrimination, 30% to 35% of homosexuals have had strong suicidal thoughts, 9% to 13% have committed suicide, 67% feel very lonely, and 63% feel very depressed. More than half of the people have felt very painful and seriously affected their life and work because they were not understood. The same-sex couples in China do not receive the same social security and constraints as heterosexuals, and their relationship with their partners is fragile and short-lived. This has led to homosexuals frequently changing sexual partners, increasing the chances of sexually transmitted diseases and AIDS transmission. Another issue worthy of attention is that due to the influence of traditional family and social concepts, more than 80% of homosexuals in China will conceal their homosexual identity and marry the opposite sex. Undoubtedly, this kind of behavior only transfers the social pressure to the family. The consequence is that, because it is difficult for homosexuals to fulfill the obligations of marriage, such as sex between heterosexual couples, this kind of marriage makes both husband and wife miserable, and even leads to tragedy. Cause serious social problems. Homosexual research experts and homosexuals generally believe that the fundamental way to solve this problem is to objectively and correctly understand homosexuality, eliminate prejudice, social respect, and family approval can reverse the plight of homosexuals and solve many social problems brought about by this group. Every love affair is beautiful. Even if you can't get everyone's praise and blessing, you shouldn't be maliciously slandered and cursed. Everyone should treat others with kindness and tolerance, which may make life better for homosexuals in China.